Those of you who watch the channel know that my videos often dabble into the world of aviation. I do focus heavily on the radio communication side of aviation, but it's been a passion of mine now for many years. Having taken a few flying lessons for fun, I couldn't resist the opportunity to spend the day at Manchester Flight Sim Centre, which is located at Manchester City Airport. They invited me recently to try my hand on the A320 and light aircraft simulators. The A320 simulator is a state-of-the-art, as real as it gets experience, which is open to both novices as well as pilots. On the day I went, I spent some time with Matt and Ian, who are both A320 and A330 captains, Julie, a current A320 first officer, and Neil, the IT guy, who is also a good friend of mine and a licensed M7 radio operator. The simulator is fitted with an authentic pedestal, overhead controls and panels with exact reproductions of the real switches, knobs, dials and levers that you'd find in the real aircraft, as well as genuine Airbus side sticks for the ultimate feel and immersion. The view outside is created using state-of-the-art electronic graphics, enabling almost any airport anywhere in the world to be accessed. For my flights we visited London Luton, London Stansted and of course Manchester. The simulator offers an extremely immersive experience due to its 24-foot, 210-degree curved screen, so when you look out of the cockpit windows you see an uninterrupted view exactly the same as what you'd see in the real aircraft. Now, the simulator runs the ProSim A320 flight model and avionics software, which is a supplier to many professional certified flight simulators, and the software can replicate all electronic, mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic and fuel systems down to the last detail. This means that any system failure imaginable can be set up. So first we'll get the aircraft off the ground from Manchester, and I'll show you some highlights of my flight out across Cheshire, back up over the Pennines and onto the ground back at Manchester. The whole flight was flown manually and we used the ILS to guide us back into Manchester with the use of flight directors, but full autopilot is available too, and the guys confirmed to me that my landing was actually not bad.
That's it, yep, 50%, then 2 clicks. Perfect. Keep pulling back, that's going through 10 degrees, when I come to 15, a little bit further, there we go, and let's follow the flight director. And again, we're waiting for the aircraft to accelerate through S speed, and you can call for flap 0.
Flap 0. Check flap 0.
Yep, you can disarm the spoilers, Julie, that's fine. Okay, Julie, if you want to select heading 050, so pull heading, left 050. And we'll take you around for an approach onto 23 right. If you want, you can put the autopilot in, or you can keep hand flying it, whatever suits yourself.
Hand fly.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, keep on flying. Things we can do, we can select the auto brake. Let's put the auto brake to low or medium, I don't mind. I just want to clear up the FMGC, Julie, so if you can press direct to and then CF 23 right, and then the radial in, so the third button up on the right. So it's it should say 052 against it.
This way.
That's the one, and press insert. And then if you could pull heading for me once. That's it. Super. And it's just flying downwind, so we're going to go another sort of 5 miles in this direction, maybe a bit further, and then we'll turn across the top there. We'll make sort of 2 left turns, 1, 2, and then fly the approach back into Manchester. So now you can see the aircraft decelerating. It's going to decelerate down to this, what we call green dot speed here. Which is an efficient speed to fly when the aircraft's clean. Julie, if you could put some data into this page for me. The QNH is 1013. Temperature is 14 degrees. And the wind is 230 at 10 knots. Okay, we want to slow down now, Lewis. We're below these 2 amber bars, which tell us the maximum speed we can go in each configuration. So if you want to call for flap 1.
Yeah, no, you tell me.
Oh, I tell you.
If you tell her, she'll do as you command.
Sorry.
You order me.
We'll turn left onto a heading of 330 degrees. And we need to follow the ILS, so we need to press both the ILS push buttons. And you see now, Lewis, we've suddenly now got distance to the beginning of the runway. And we've got these 2 magenta diamonds, which will give us our lateral and our vertical position as we get closer from the instrument landing system. And if we could arm the localizer. So now it's got this lock blue written on the top as our FMA. It's telling us it's ready to intercept. Excellent. So it's telling us lock star, so it means it's captured the localizer. It's in the process of doing so. You can see this diamond starting to come across the screen at the bottom. Telling us we're lined up with the runway course now, and let's arm the approach. Super. So now when that diamond comes down the right hand side, it will now provide vertical guidance to take us to the runway. When that diamond reaches the dot here, I want you to call for flap 2.
This dot here?
Yeah.
Main flaps 2.
Check. Flap 2.
That's great. The aircraft decelerating automatically by itself towards this F speed. And you've got GS start, which means we're capturing the glide slope. So the next thing I want you to do is just keep an eye on this number that's counting down the bottom left of this display. And when that gets to, that's exactly it. And when that gets down to 7 miles, I want you to call for the gear down.
Okay.
2000.
And gear down.
Check.
That's great. And you can arm the spoilers, Julie. Thank you. And then at any point now you can call for flaps 3, and then when that's set you can call for flaps 4. That'll be our final.
3.
Check. Flaps 3.
Flaps 4.
Check. Flap 4.
That's great, so at flaps full, aircraft's telling us that it's all set up for landing. We've got the gear down, our flaps are set to full, we've got our ground spoilers armed. And I want you to put your left hand on top of the thrust levers now at this point. Just keep them there ready for landing. And as before, we're going to listen to that rad out, it's going to call out and speak to you. So you're going to hear it say 30, 20.
Okay.
And as you're hearing the 20, you need to be just putting a little check back on the stick and then let go gently, and it will settle down the runway. Once it's done that, you close the levers to the idle position and then select the reverse thrust. Very
1,000.
smooth.
Stable.
Yeah, that's good. Little looks out every now and again. Just make sure you're right on that flight director. Then we'll listen for that rad out call.
500. 400. 100 above. 300. Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Flare, check back.
5.
Nice. That's it, select reverse thrust. Okay, great. Then just look down the runway and use those rudder pedals to keep yourself straight. Okay, a bit more right brake. Right brake. Excellent. It comes to a halt, so levers back to idle, so let's disengage reverse thrust. Set the parking brake. Congratulations.
Now let's look at some of the highlights of Matt and Julie's flight as they take the controls for a flight around some mountainous terrain.
Yeah. Target, SRS, also for split.
Positive time.
Gear up.
Yeah.
Now.
Spin check.
Zero.
Spin check. Up zero.
That's pilot one. Speed selected 220 knots. We're going to stop climb at 10,000 feet. 10,000 away. Speed plus 1 down.
Two thousand. 2,000. 2,500.
Run out of line.
Green ahead. Pull up.
Autopilot's off.
Green ahead.
Off.
Pull up.
Bird on.
Vegeta off.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Brakes.
So how amazing is that? Now, there is also a light aircraft simulator at the centre, which was absolutely brilliant. I didn't film it because you actually sit inside a real aircraft cockpit and I couldn't operate the camera, but as you can see, it looks like a lot of fun. And we did some circuits around Manchester and Barton. So all in all, I had an amazing day at Manchester Flight Sim Centre. The team there made me feel so welcome and explained every single detail, meaning I could get the most out of my experience. I was also with a friend of mine on the day who had never even touched an aircraft simulator, and Matt, Ian and Julie were really brilliant. So I honestly can't recommend the place enough, and I can't wait to get back behind the controls of the A320. So I'll leave all the website and social media info in the description, as well as a discount code for a limited time, so head down there to check it out.